So, Ade, diversity and inclusion, clearly very important to you and to Base10 as a firm. You've been a thought leader on how to increase diversity in the venture capital industry. We know that the industry faces significant challenges today in addressing the lack of diversity in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. So tell us how Base10 as a firm has addressed this issue of diversity and inclusion in the tech space.
Absolutely. In a couple of ways, I'll say that first of all, from a thesis point of view, as you know, Alan, we want to invest in automation for the real economy. And how we describe that and how we think about that is the biggest problems that affect the vast majority of people. Or another way to put it, problems for the 99%. And the reason we are interested in that is, one, because we think it's good. We think that technology and automation can help large numbers of people. But two, we think it's a massive economic opportunity because, up until 10 years ago, tech was its own tiny sector of the economy compared to everything else. But today, and particularly post-COVID, we're seeing that tech is just touching everything, from real estate to agriculture to commerce. So when we started Base10, we're like, well, we really want to be the firm that understands how real estate or how agriculture are going to be transformed by technology. And then when we thought one level deeper about, well, who are the kind of people that are actually going to be out there starting businesses in trucking, in waste management, in agriculture, who is going to be passionate about that? And our obvious conclusion was, well, not everyone is going to be a PhD in artificial intelligence from Stanford that grew up in the Bay Area. Like a lot of them are going to be in different parts of the country or the world. And because they're going to be in different parts of the country and the world, they're probably going to come from a demographic and ethnic background that is more different and in general more representative of the general population. So when we were thinking like that, really top down and thinking about what kind of firm we had to build so we could identify those founders, and then we look at the rest of the industry, we're like, well, it seems, just looking at the numbers, that Silicon Valley has a clear bias to a certain type of founder and a certain type of business. Some firms will even explicitly say that they don't really like to invest outside Silicon Valley or outside AI or SaaS or whatever. So we thought, how can we build a firm that doesn't have the same blind spots? Because we truly believe there is an economic opportunity in just making sure that we back founders that represent those demographics. And that was I would say, one of the founding principles of Base10. I think, now we have been almost 4 years at it. And as we have evolved, and as you have mentioned, we have had the opportunity to become one of the largest funds led by a person of color. We have thought about our role even more expansively and thought, well, so we feel relatively good about some of the systems we're building, about identifying those founders and getting rid of those blind spots. But let's take it one more step forward. Now that we're building a platform, what can we do to help be part of the solution of this bias problem that clearly we have as an industry, not only in VC, but in technology as a whole? And that is why, conjointly with our Fund 2 announcement, we decided to put forward our diversity pledge, which really talks about two things. One, it codifies a lot of the best practices we have been trying to follow about getting rid of blind spots when it comes to diversity. And two, it puts forward an economic commitment. And the economic commitment is that, as you know, we have pledged that 1% of all carry and profits for Base10 will go towards institutions and nonprofits that are helping address systemic diversity issues. And we think that is a small step, but an important one, because if it helps signal to the industry that there is a collective responsibility that we all have, that number over time can be really meaningful. So that is, in summary, how we are currently thinking about it.